role that environmental racism plays, right? Environmental racism is a concept within, the environment EJ movement that kind of talks about how environmental racism is perpetrated both in practice and in policy, right? In the context of practice and policy. The way in which communities of color are around the world and even here in the United States are being impacted through sacrifice zones, how these fossil fuel industries are right in our backyards, or how factories are right next to our houses, or the lack of trees. I don't know if you guys go outside and like count how many trees are on your block, or wherever your community is, just seeing the amount of trees, and then driving out to a wealthier area, and then you see much more foliage, trees, and stuff like that, nature and access to nature. And so, like, there's a lot of varying factors that add up to what environmental racism really is, right? When we talk about who has access to clean air, clean water, even good food, we don't see that for BIPOC peoples. We do see quite a lot of other injustices that are happening to our communities. And so that's the reason why environmental racism plays this huge role in the urgency for climate change, right? To combat climate change. I think it's the notion that why should our community suffer, right? Why should any community suffer for that matter? And that's the reason why we're all fighting, because our communities have been directly impacted and we're wanting to do something about it, right?
Climate crisis is coming from truly the effects of colonialism and imperialism, and the people that are fighting for the climate, the people that are having the most impact are people of color, especially indigenous people. 80% of the world's biodiversity is protected by indigenous people. Those are the ones who are fighting the fight. Those are the ones who are putting their lives on the line to protect our earth and our planet. And so it's important that when we look at the climate crisis, when we look at how we solve it, we prioritize people of color, we prioritize indigenous people, and not just slapping some land acknowledgement and we respect you, but making sure that those are the solutions that we are primarily listening to and focusing on. And it means that when we are solving the climate crisis, we are really truly focused on how this is caused by and how this connects to larger, broader systems of oppression and marginalization in the world. Because if we don't, then our approach to climate change is going to fall flat, and it is not going to solve all of the different issues that is connected to.